You're using coconuts. You've got 2 empty halves of coconuts and you're banging them together. Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 34 of Direwolf20's Mechanical Mastery Let's Play series. I set up a quick little thing. This chest keeps getting gummed up. So the way I solved it is I said, hey, let's lock on redstone signal here. So lock crafting with redstone signal. And then whenever the comparator says, hey, I've got items in me, it's locking the crafting, right? And then you can see here we're currently crafting a few more precision mechanisms because I'm waiting for my final star shards to happen. And then once it completely clears out, the signal turns off and it allows a new batch of gold plates to come in. Cool. So that's kind of working, I think. It's mostly working. It's not gumming up anymore, and that was my plan. So in today's episode, I have star shards happening, right? And we've got lots of wither skeletons happening. So if we look at our nether stars, we've got a decent amount. I wound up just tossing things in here for now. At some point, I might do a keep in stock kind of deal, but it's fine, right? Like it'll manage. It'll be good. And all my other automations are going really well, like antimatter, for example. We've got antimatter for days. And what do we want to do today is an exceptional question. I think for fun, I wouldn't mind doing the creative blaze cakes, because then it would mean that I don't need to worry about blaze cakes so much anymore. Not that I'm worrying about blaze cakes. Actually, am I worrying about blaze cakes? I don't even know if I'm worrying about blaze cakes. I'm not worrying about blaze cakes at all. I'm perfectly fine with blaze cakes. Cinder flour, I may eventually run out of. But also, it looks like it would be fun to make blaze cakes, so I kind of want to do the creative blaze cake. And I'm pretty sure I can just use one wherever I want, right? So let's make creative blaze cake the next task for me. Technically, probably don't need it, but still want it. So, and then we might want our creative flux efficiency at some point too, because that'll make some of the things in this pack can only be created with thermal machines, which, for the record, I very much enjoy and think is cool. Hey, look, it is the incomplete. That's cool. So that's very nice in my opinion. I like that mechanic. That thermal has a place in the world, because sometimes mechanism tends to overshadow thermal by virtue of the fact that mechanism is way more powerful. Some might say overpowered. Some. However, in order to get this creative flux efficiency, we need the final shard, star shard. So we're probably not going to make that just yet. But this one we can make. That's pretty cool. So I can get rid of all this stuff. I don't need none of this no mores. May still want the wither rose. We'll see. I'm not quite sure. And then enemy requester at some point maybe as well. So, and then this guy we can also make if we ever need it. I don't know why we would need this. In theory, the planetary logistics system can handle this with an interface, right? Because the planetary logistics has access to my A system, and we kind of proved this out down here with this guy, right? So, yeah. Oh. Not oak trim. One by one. Yeah, you. And let's logistical transporter our way out of here. Cool. And then maybe a nice little lock. And put you away, because aluminum gear. I don't know why you're in my inventory, but okay. Now, over here, I've modified these things to be 128 of each stay in stock. So that's what I'm doing there. Mostly because I wanted to make sure that we had enough for when we wanted to make star shards, like the little pieces of the star shard, right? So keeping those in stock like this, I feel like is a good play. So we're going to keep that up. Obviously, everybody's running and happy and cool. Neato. Okay. Like we learned earlier, if I doubled all this... Well, it looks like he doesn't have enough regular mechanical essence. Could I do the same here? That'll keep him running a little bit faster. Again, why did I get you? Why are you bouncing back? Is it because you've got a thing in you? Yeah, you do have a stack limiter. I just remove that, frankly. But I probably don't want to do that, so let's... Sorry, pretty pipes. You're very pretty, but you're also spilling items in the world. Laser arrow time! Precision mechanisms are still crafting, huh? Doesn't seem right to me. I did mess with them, to be fair. I did mess with them, so I might have broken some. Right? So you can extract 8 at a time. Now you need, let's keep it at 64, right? So you're going to insert on a filter. Actually, yeah, let's get all you guys, right? So the things you need to be filtered are you, you, and you. And I would like you to have a stack of each. Cool. Okay. And then you can be... And then you can be... And that's cool. Very nice. And then if I wanted to, I could totally augment you too. I made a lot of augments. Now, how are you extracting? I could probably bump you up to 8 at a time if I wanted to. Looks like I don't need to, though. You're fine. Why do you ever stop? You would think that you would never stop. You need bronze rods. Where are you getting those from? Are you getting them from here? No. Where are you getting bronze rods from? Here? Yes. So what I could do is bump you up, and now you should be running at all times. Cool. Okay. I'm sure there's efficiencies we could put into this entire environment. Like, these are not meant to be running as fast as they are right now, and I'm sure things will start gumming up. Right? But that's why I made these. So we're going to start keeping an eye on this over here as we need to. But let's progress. So what I wanted to do today was a creative blaze cake. This is going to be a bit of effort, but I think it's going to be worth it. In the end, we're going to need 200 blaze cakes to make this work. So let's do stuff. All right. I'm not sure where I'm going to build this. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it... I kind of want to build it, like, away from everything else. Mostly because it's a one-time run, right? Like, I should never need more than one creative blaze cake, because as I recall, you just right-click on it and it's infinite. So we only ever have to do this once, right? So I don't think we need to automate this properly. What I do think we should do, though, is make it. He is still making my final star shard. Oh, good. He is. We were just waiting on the precision mechanism still. Sweet. So you're working. My goodness. Give me some shafts, please. Thank you. All right. And then we're probably also going to want some gear shifts, gearboxes, and a couple deployers, if I'm not mistaken. I saw on there, right? And then, what else did we need for our creative blaze cake? 1, 2, 3, 4 spouts. Right? So that's going to be... One, two, three, four spouts, and deployers are 1, 2. And we're just going to bump this out over to here. To here. And then we can get our mechanical belts for this. So this is not going to be... Actually, I don't think you need to be that far, right? You need 6. So if that's that's 7. So really just 1 back. Not a huge difference. Okay. So your job. We're not even. Well, we are gonna want this here, right? You're gonna have to exist, and this is all temporary. So I'm not gonna go crazy on making anything super efficient because we're gonna tear it down as soon as we're done with the craft. This is more a hey, look, you did it, and less a let's get it perfectly automated. Okay. So you're gonna be that, and then you're gonna want some andesite funnels. Hey, not you. And I wouldn't mind another funnel. Here, whose job will be for filters. Incomplete blaze cakes are allowed out here. And final star shards, I guess, will be as well. Okay, so you're what's allowed to come out, and then you're going to extract exactly, not that it matters, 1 item at a time, right? So that'll come out there, and then you're going to be allowed to insert with a filter incomplete blaze cakes. And you're going to extract. And 1 M at a time should be sufficient, okay? So then you bind to here, and you bind to here, and now you're cool, right? So it'll go across, and then, and we have to do that 100 times, right? Now the pattern is going to be 2 deployers, so let's get those going. 1, 2, but rotate them. And then 4 spouts. Okay? And what you're going to want to do is have blaze cakes and a bunch of lava, resonant ender, destabilized redstone, and energized glowstone. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have magma crucibles here times 4. And then we're going to use export buses. Is that a horrible idea? Might be a horrible idea. Might be a lot of channels needed, and I'm like super low on channels right now over here. I don't even know why I'm doing this over here, considering how few channels I have. That's how stupid this is. But it is what it is. Can I get another? Can I get another? You controller? You just need to be Skystone, right? I mean, I know I've got Skystone somewheres. Can't I just smelt you? There you go. So now if I broke you, and then do this, that's fine, right? Now if I got an anchor, and a new P2P, and a new dense cable, right? And we blocked you with an anchor, we plopped you down, and then we did P2PU. And then we got a memory card out. And saved that. And then we put a normal one of these guys here, right? You're getting a little dense-ish on channels, but that's not terrible. Now we've got a whole new set of channels that we can plop down. Now you are an output face there, and this wire is going for other things, right? So let's remove this whole wire. I'll leave this obviously here, but instead I'm gonna run some smart fluix cables here. And we will allow a P2P output here for this guy. Okay, so now if we go look, we're using one channel here, and that's whatever that thing is. I think that's my eggs, right? But then we can tap a P2P output here. Now the theory is that we will have magma crucibles like this, right? And then we could have universal cables like this with a flux point. Okay. And then you can have your export buses like that. Okay. And then you're going to push to the back and you're going to input from the top. And you're going to push to the back and input from the top. Okay. Now, in theory, we should be a little concerned about the slowness from pushing to the back, which is, remember, the reason that we wound up doing this tank thing. But since this is a one-time craft, I'm not going to sweat that. Okay? Okay, and then you can be a P2P. Load up the memory card. And that should be cool. Okay? So now, in reverse order, right? Because it's going to be lava first, so you're going to need to be netherrack. Right? And that should start cruising. Okay? And then it's ender pearls, destabilized redstone, and energized glowstone. Ender pearls will need a crafting card in them, because I don't know if we have enough of those. Okay? And then redstone and glowstone. Now, if we go look on the front here, you guys should all be behaving. Look, lava, resonant ender, destabilized redstone, energized glowstone. Sweet. Now, it comes to my attention that I should probably augment these guys and potentially speed upgrade some of them. We'll see. Right? I think that's probably not a bad idea. Cool. Okay. So you're good, and you're good, and you're good. And that looks cool. So now I just need you to export bus blaze cakes, and then we should be cool. Yeah, no reason to overthink this, right? Literally just export bus blaze cakes onto these guys, and we'll be good. Right? And that's it? I say yes. That is it. So now we get our star shard. We put one in there, and this should work. Or, you know, not. Yeah, you know what I forgot? Rotational energy. Yeah, you guys like to spin, don't you? Try that again. Boop, 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 boop. That's one. And now we just wait. Because that's it. Like, this is going to take a while. But I think we can walk away and do something else. There's no reason to sit here and stare at this running for the next 100 cycles. Or 97 more, as it were. And then when that's done, in theory, we'll come down here and we'll see the infinite cake, the creative cake, sitting in that chest. Is that cool? I vote yes. Now, how are you guys doing? You're actually doing really quite good. Look at you being awesome. Well done, essences. 2 full stacks at a time, ready to go. Should I bump that up to another, you know, boom, boom? Boom. Boom. And boom. I'm gonna say sure, why not? Okay. So that'll slow down my EMC production for a few minutes, but again, 1.2 billion, who cares? We're good, right? So Nether Stars we're doing good on. Final Star Shards we're doing good on. So this will be complete in a sec. This is doable, but I'm struggling to see why I would, again. Now, if I wanted to, like... Yeah, I don't see a reason. I see no reason to do anything with this, so we'll ignore him. So I think now our job is to look at this big bad boy. So for him, we're going to need the ultimate crafting table, or the ultimate auto crafting table, as it were. Yeah, we're probably going to go auto, right? And then we should start tracking all the different singularities we're going to need. Bronze, electrum, invar steel, lapis, uranium, emerald, coal, zinc, redstone, aluminum, silver. Cool. So some of these things we already have. Now, you only need 1,000 of this, so that's not bad. Is this true for all of them? Like, are they all 1,000 items? Thank you. Because, like, I get you should automate a large amount, but also, like, when you need, like, 10,000 or 100,000 items, it's just a nuisance to make that much. Like, that's not fun. 1,000 seems like a good number to me, because, like, you really need to automate it, and you have to do a good job automating it, but at the same time, you don't have to, like, be waiting forever. So I'm cool with that. So some of these things, obviously, like diamonds, you know, we're pretty good on diamonds, I would say. Yeah. We've got 52,000 of them. And we only need 1,000 to make the singularity. So a lot of this stuff is already automated. A lot of it probably not. Like, yes, we can make bronze. But, you know... Well, actually, no, we can't even make bronze. Bronze is not automated. I lied. Electrum is automated. But I know it to be slow. Ish. Not terrible. Not terrible, mind you. So you induction smelt, and that's about it. Yeah. So what we should do over here is just make sure at the very least... Is there an Enderium one? Because Enderium is really slow. As long as there's no Enderium one, I think I'm happy. Yeah, you're good. Okay. I'm cool with this. So should we start? I guess the first thing we need to do is make quantum processors with ultimate catalysts. So let's get those automated. So quantum processors is going to be this. Okay. And ultimate catalyst is going to be this. And ultimate component is going to be this. And clearly you need to know how to be made. Oh, you're mixing. Okay, we can make that. That's going to be a thing to do. That's a to-do list for me. Black iron slate, not a problem. Okay, so let's get these added to here real quick. Okay, so now if I want quantum, we're going to need elite catalysts added. Okay, and then you're going to need black iron frames added, which you can apparently do, no problem. Sweet. All right, so now if I want quantum, these are from extended crafting. Right, so I'm going to want an ultimate catalyst, which we need luminescence for, and I want a quantum processor, which we need luminescence for. So let's add luminescence to our to-do list. Right, so that's going to be energized glowstone, redstone, and gunpowder. Which doesn't sound terrible, but how's my gunpowder production? Not great. I'm making gunpowder. Where am I making gunpowder? You're making gunpowder, right? And you're extracting on yellow. So what if we add a gunpowder drawer here? Right? Oak drawers. If I just snagged a little gunpowder, you should be making more. Okay. And then I can key you. And then I ask for whatever gunpowder we've got. What happened to my pickaxe? Oh, somehow it went there. Okay. And then you just go here, and now if we look at gunpowder, are you not? Oh yeah, no, you're there. 111. Sweet. And then if we look at gunpowder there, okay. Now, do you add to these drawers at all? Probably not. You actually do. You pull from the drawer. So what if we put an insert on yellow, filter to gunpowder? I could do that. Filtered to gunpowder. So now you should be doing that. But I'm going to make that a low priority, so that in the event that somebody else needs gunpowder, right, it'll go there first. So whoever else needs gunpowder, these guys, right, they'll get it first, and then you're building up gunpowder for me. And we can use that for luminescence crafting. Is that cool? I, feel like it's cool. Okay, so let's clean up this and this, and some other things for the time being. All kinds of stuff I don't super need right now. It's kind of amazing how much junk I accumulate in my inventory. Those guys I like having, though. Clean enough? Yeah. Alright, so now you're building up gunpowder, and gunpowder is available for me. Sweet. Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm down with that. That works. If I wanted to, I could have this thing extracting the gunpowder, too. Realistically, I could just add gunpowder to this, because you're extracting from there, right? Yeah. And then I could remove the card? That does seem smart, right? I don't need you no more. But if I stole fire charges, he should be keeping it in stock. Like that. Okay. Right? So you get gunpowder. 32. And then no more you. And then you get gunpowder. 32. And no more you. And then you get gunpowder. 32. And no more you. See? And he's keeping in stock. That works, right? Because we're taking the gunpowder out here and sticking it in this dude. And then, yeah, he's pulling the gunpowder out of the drawer for me. It's just a bigger buffer. But now my AE system has access to it. I feel like better. I feel like definitely better. All right, so for luminescence crafting, we do need a heated blaze burner. And it's just redstone dust, gunpowder, and energized glowstone, right? We can make that happen down here. How are you guys on channels, everybody? Terrible. I wouldn't mind you guys being done. Are you done already? Could you be done already? You are done already. Look at that. Creative blaze cake. Sweet. Now, if my memory serves me correctly, all I needs to do is go do this. And I can do this as much as I want and as often as I want. Bum, 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 bum. But I shouldn't need any of this anymore. Right? You can go away, 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 you can go away. Look at all the heat. I gotta look at this with my goggles on. Oh yeah. He could be bigger, but we're good. And look how much stress capacity we have now. Not bad. 65,000. Right, so we have to place down more steam engines if we want to take advantage of that, right? There you go. Now we're cooking. You are the wrong kind of wrench. Now we're as fast as we can be, and we're under 50% utilization. Ah, Loving it. Now, why ain't you being all kinds of cool? You've got the items and you don't have the stuff in there. Actually, yeah, you should be cooking. Why ain't you cooking? Well, I guess what I could do is ditch you now, right? So in theory, we shouldn't need you anymore, or you, or you. And you could just always be on. Are we out of HDPE sheets? That's what it might be. Oh yeah, look at that, we are. Okay, so you don't need to exist anymore. Technically, you don't need to exist anymore. And technically, you don't need to exist anymore. And technically, none of this needs to exist anymore. All of this was for conserving blaze cakes? Wow, Dire. I mean, if you insist. Alright, what's going on with HDPE sheets? Why you gummed up, friends? Yeah, no, you're definitely out. So you're low on that, and then you're out of that, and you're out of that because you are backed up on ethylene. Can you dump excess from this guy, PRC? Nope. Yep. Can I get a tank? Do an ultimate. I'm thinking we need to void excess ethylene at this point, because really your job was for fluids, and then you can't you void excess liquid ethylene? No? All right. Never mind then. Just fluid trash can it. So many things you don't know how to make. Yeah. So now, fluid trash can. Just do that, right? And then now you're making more HDPE sheets. Keeping up? You seem fine to me. Okay, that should be cool. And then you should be back to running. Nice. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right. The only other blaze cake user that we've got over here is technically this guy shouldn't be necessary anymore. So what we can do is break you, 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 and you. And I shouldn't need this. Okay. And then same deal over here. We don't need you, 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 or you. I think this guy was inserting blaze cakes. Yeah, we probably don't need him no more. And I'll clean all that up eventually. But we do that, and now you're going to be super groovy. And yeah, we'll be making extras. Oh well, life goes on, right? For now, wrapping up point. Double 20 sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time to get this stuff automated, right? And in the meantime, you know, I'll just do a little bit of off-camera work. For now, Double 20 sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.